What's going on, everybody? It is your boy here, Controversy. And today, guys, I'm going to be reviewing the Ace's second album, Twisted. And this is essentially a follow up to his first album, Dark Confusion, which he dropped last year. And honestly, I haven't heard it, because I didn't really know Ace at the time. But honestly, man, I'm willing to check it out because to me, this dude is one of the more lyrically gifted members in the community, in my opinion. But yeah, man, the Ace, Twisted. Let's get to it. So, as far as the production of this album, it features some hard drums with some boom bap. It honestly quite fits in well with Ace's amazing flow and delivery, which I've said in the past is absolutely captivating. It's amazing. But yeah, man, I mean, honestly, I thought the production was great. One thing I liked about it is that there was certain times in some songs where the beat would switch, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like for example, and I have the track list right here. Never Fold featuring Chris Capture, which by the way, Chris killed that feature. That was very great song. And I love how like the beat switched to Ace's part. It really did accommodate for his amazing grungy type of delivery. Honestly, like his voice kind of reminds me of a mix between Tyler the Creator and Earl Sweatshirt, which I honestly quite appreciated. But yeah, man, as far as the themes of this album, there's a couple of themes that Ace touches on, such as religion, thus specifically him not really believing in religion. And a song like Home with God definitely tends to show that. I mean, he talks about this kid who doesn't really believe in religion. He goes to church, he doesn't pray because in his eyes, it's like, what's the point of praying for a God that in his eyes is not real? And before this album came out, Ace told us that this album was going to be kind of dark. He told us that he didn't really believe in religion. He didn't believe in God because essentially, he was abused by his father, and that's why he doesn't believe in a God nor in a religion because it's like, I mean, you know, bad stuff has happened to me. And he definitely does touch on this with a song like Home with God, and essentially that song ends on a very sour note. I mean, the kid literally, well, according to Ace, ends up killing everybody in the church, due to the terrible circumstances he's facing at home. And yeah, man. But as far as touching on religion, there's also times when Ace touches on himself. I feel like a song like Stranded definitely tends to show that. I mean, in that song, he basically feels lost. He feels like he just wants to put not a lot of effort in certain things that he may be, I guess, struggling with. But also, man, this album really, like, I mean, as far as being a very dark album, I mean, yeah, I can definitely see it that way. There's certain times when Ace brings in the devil. His voice resembles a really devilish type of tone, and that's essentially the devil talking to Ace. The devil wants Ace to succumb to his vices. He wants him to release this negative energy upon the world, upon others. And there's times when the devil basically wants Ace to sell his soul, to just give up on this music, that you could be something even bigger. I could make you even, I could make you like even more famous, selling your soul. It's this theme you know, of riches, selling your soul basically. But I'm glad that the album does end on a very good note, because in the end, Ace realizes that he has to keep on pushing forward because according to Ace, and honestly, that this kind of shocked me. According to him, he was very close he was very close to killing himself due to the terrible circumstances he was facing at home. But the music did save him, and he's willing to continue this journey. He's willing to put out more music to connect with his fans a lot more. He's willing to let the music be his gateway to essentially his gateway away from all the madness, basically. But honestly, this album, honestly, I really liked how introspective Ace got with it. I thought it was really good, to be honest. But honestly, like in the beginning of the album, I honestly had a very hard time understanding it because, like, I don't know, like for example, on the song Trouble, Ace talks about this other kid who had a father that died. But I don't know, it just like the way Ace kind of delivered some songs was kind of complicated. I feel like his storytelling could have I feel like his storytelling skills need a lot more work, definitely. You know, but as far as being a lyrical monster, Ace has that. That's one thing that he's very good at, just delivering these cold, hard bars. For example, Break Interlude, that song goes hard. And like, oh my god, I love that flow and delivery. But yeah, I just feel like Ace needs to work more on his storytelling, because in the beginning of the album, I really had a hard time understanding some of the things that this dude was talking about. I feel like his storytelling, definitely needs a lot more work. But towards the end of the album, I started kind of picking up what he was talking about. There's definitely a lot of references to the devil. Again, trying to get Ace to succumb to his evils. But yeah, man, I mean, overall, man, I thought the album was pretty decent. I thought it was good. I mean, honestly, the fact that Ace couldn't really deliver it, the fact that he couldn't really tell the stories all clearly, that kind of ruined the album a little bit for me. The storytelling wasn't really clear. That ruined it for me. I just feel like that's one thing that Ace needs to work on. But honestly, man, I thought it was a decent album. I thought it was good. So yeah. And as far as the rating, I'm gonna give this album a 5 out of 10. I thought it was okay. I wouldn't call it mediocre. I just feel like 5 out of 10 is like it was good, but the storytelling kind of, like I said, it needs work. I feel like Ace could have delivered some certain aspects of the album a little bit more clearly. But yeah, 5 out of 10 for me, guys. And yeah, let me know on what you guys thought of the album. Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
Grim swim into the mainstream like a fish low, rip close. Rappers never gap them up and get close. Back it up, married to the game, but I split them like a wishbone. Chicken shit attention like it's undeserved. Love to sum it up, feeling numb like a pinch, mo fucking nerve. What I